My fiancée canceled our wedding and ran away with her first love, but she realized that she's not in love with him anymore and begs me to let her come back home. My fiancée and I had been together for 3 years. She was my first girlfriend. We laughed, cried, worried, and were happy together. She was my best friend, confidence, support, and comfort. I looked at her and could see our future together. I never thought something like this could happen to me. The woman I loved could have never done anything like that to me. It all started about 2 months ago. Her ex, high school sweetheart together for 7 years, moved back to our country and wanted to catch up with Emily. She told me they broke up because they could not sustain an LDR when he left to pursue postgraduate studies. They hadn't been in contact for about 5 years. He sent her an email, and she showed it to me, and it was completely platonic. He was just curious about what she had become. She asked me if she could meet him, and I said yes. I trusted her. So she went, but when she returned, she was a bit withdrawn. She is usually chatty but was dismissive when I asked how it went. I let it go. However, in the following weeks, she was often on her phone. She picked random fights with me and didn't look me in the eyes when we had intimacy, didn't whisper loving words either. I'm touchy/clingy. And in our 3 years together, she had never once recoiled or refused my embrace, but she started doing it. I usually hug her like a koala when she returns home from work, but she only lets me do it twice. It was such a sudden change. I asked her what was wrong, but she just said she wasn't feeling too good then. On a Saturday, I visited her grandma as we usually knit together, and I was gone the whole day. I feel close to her. When I came back, I found her packing her stuff. My whole world fell apart. She was being so cowardly. She told me she was sorry for making me suffer like this, but sometimes life gives you a second chance, and you have to recognize it for what it is. She loved me but realized we weren't the same when she met her ex. She said she regretted letting go of him, that she had found herself again. It had been a difficult choice for her, but she had to take this chance. Her ex wanted her back. He had realized what he had lost and risked losing for good when she told him she was getting married. She refused him initially, but as time passed and they talked together, her old feelings returned. She hoped I would forgive her one day and understand. I cried as she was talking. It sounded stupid, but it was like a stranger in front of me. She said she would still pay rent and part of the bills until our lease was up and I could find another place. She makes a lot more than me, and I couldn't afford to live in our apartment alone. I begged her not to make this mistake, that she was being fooled by an idealized memory of their past together, that she was having cold feet. But she was like a wall. She didn't even look at me. At about 10 p.m., a truck was outside with one of her friends waiting for her. She came to help her move. I wasn't close to that particular friend, but she seemed sorry for me. Emily hugged me goodbye and left. I hadn't cried that hard in years. I slept in our spare room, not to feel the emptiness of our room with her things gone. I sang to the deepest pathetic and tried to call her, but it went to voicemail. I had no idea where she went, but I assumed she was now living with her ex after 3 weeks of talking again. How ridiculous. I'm really lucky to have supportive friends and family. My best friend even moved in for 5 days. My parents wanted me back home, but I wasn't ready to leave. Emily is a bit messy, and I'm manic, so having everything perfectly neat felt weird. I missed